Ukraine has always been the keystone to the American concept of destabilizing Russia. Ukraine has been the keystone. And you know what? You reap the wind, or you sow the wind, you reap the whirlwind. And we're reaping the whirlwind right now because Russia didn't take the bait, they reversed the bait. I mean, everything Russia is doing right now is a clear indication, at least from my assessment, that they have recognized this trap for years. And they have built the game, positioned themselves so that it's not them who have been sucked into a trap. It is NATO who sucked into a trap. You want to know the proof? Look at NATO's panic meeting today. Panicked meeting. They talk about NATO unity. There is no NATO unity. NATO is a scared organization right now that doesn't know what to do. And then Russia just upped the ante, because this isn't just about the military. There's this whole economic aspect to it. Remember how Joe Biden bragged about staring Putin in the eyes? Remember the hardened killer that he was? And he said, if you invade Ukraine, we will impose the world's greatest stringent, massive economic program. And he sort of hinted at what they're going to do. We're going to cut you off from SWIFT. We're going to seize your assets. We're going to do all this. And Putin went, all right, thanks. Then Putin went back to Moscow and said, all right, we got their game plan. What do we do? And they built a game plan, and they just played a big card today. Did you see what Putin did?
He's declaring that the EU will have to buy gas and oil in rubles.
In rubles.
And that is just massive. It's like you will freeze if you don't buy it in rubles. And also
you'll starve to death. Everything you think you enjoy in life, this wonderful Western lifestyle that you have, is gone. Goodbye, do svidanya. Because once again, the Americans lied to Europe. Remember Biden telling everybody, we got a plan, guys. We got a plan. Don't worry about gas. We'll get you all the gas you need. Don't worry about oil. We'll get you all the oil you need. And then when the time came, the Americans went, yeah, no, I'm sorry, we don't have a plan. There isn't any oil. There isn't any gas. America's running around right now in Operation Tin Cup, going on their knees to Venezuela. I mean, to Venezuela, to Nicolas Maduro, who we tried several times to overthrow with a coup, and then we embarrassingly appoint Juan Guaido as president. We then send James Story, the poor ambassador that's in the middle of this, crawling on his knees saying, we need your oil.
Yeah.
Maduro's considering right now, but he's not playing this game. Iran. This Iran nuclear deal was dead in the water. We weren't going anywhere with this. Sunset clauses, malign activity, ballistic missiles, all these
worst terrorists in the world.
You are the worst people in the world, the scum of the earth. We're never oil. Yeah, boys, let's lock this deal down. We're in. Yeah. Why is Russia keeping their sovereign wealth fund in foreign banks that can be frozen? Isn't this a little too, I mean, in the military, they teach you, if everything's going the way you think it's supposed to go, it's an ambush. Stop. Because nothing's supposed to be easy. If the Russians have made it this easy, there's a problem. You will now buy everything in Russian rubles. Game over. It's literally game over because the U.S. doesn't have a plan B. We don't have people who went, hey, we were expecting that move, and here's our counter move. I think history is going to show that Russia didn't weaponize anything. The West weaponized energy. And all Russia's done is play that game. They didn't start this fight, but they're going to finish this fight. And Russia will say, you've defaulted, and we now are shutting off the gas, not because we want to shut it off, but because you're not paying. And then as imminent as the German chancellor has noted, imminent economic collapse, or we got to go and we got to crawl to the Russian market and we got to start buying rubles so we can pay for gas. And in doing so, we empower the ruble. I mean, just take a look at what the ruble's doing today. I mean, a couple, was it a week ago? It was 140 rubles to the dollar. Today, I think it's down to 87 and dropping. At this rate, I'm going to have my relatives send me rubles instead of me sending them dollars. The ruble is going to be worth so much. But this is a lose-lose proposition for Europe. And in the end, they're going to pick the loss that causes sanctions to collapse because no politician willingly commits political suicide. And to continue supporting sanctions that will result in the economic demise violates James Carville's #1 rule of politics. It's the economy, stupid.